Hello, guys. Welcome to Growing with the Collins podcast, and I'm Corey Collins, and to my right.
And this is Erica Collins.
And I know that sounds very like I say that every time.
Yeah, me too.
And to my right.
And it's crazy because I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
Like, man, do I got to introduce myself every single time?
Yeah.
I was just thinking
right?
that.
I don't know. I guess you say the proper thing for branding would be, I think, the best thing to do. But
Yeah.
I'm not really for certain though. But other than that, guys, it's actually Sunday, and we're actually coming from service. And most importantly, we're going to share what we learned to the audience and for people that have subscribed to YouTube and all the different media outlets that we own. So other than that, I guess before we even get into it, yesterday we knocked out a task that we actually had part 2 to, but that was basically painting the deck.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to pay amount of strong homage to my wife, Erica, but I'm talking about she's a real trooper. Like, I was tired from the sun and, and she stayed down in it, and she, completed it. You know what I mean?
Man, I hate to start stuff and I don't finish. So
Absolutely.
It's like when I put my mind to something, I just want to go ahead and get it done because I ain't trying to go back and do it. Even though still we not done because we have to do the little pose.
Totally agree.
But it's like I did it. I did everything I could do when I ain't have no more paint left. So
Right.
So we used 2 buckets of paint so far. So we gotta go get another bucket of paint. So after that, I wasn't finna do no more.
Yeah, see,
But
another thing with me too is the fact I started teaching her how to do hedges. You know what I'm saying? While I was painting, then I found myself doing way more with the hedges than I intended to, along with sun, and it just kind of tired me out. So other than that, I had to go kind of get a little shade or whatnot. And she just basically just knocked it out. And other than that, what else, man?
That's all we really did
This weekend so far.
Yeah, so far spent a little time with each other in Paisley. So that's really it, though.
Yeah, Paige went to her grandparents' house.
Yeah, she got on their nerve for a minute.
Yeah, but she was pretty cool too, though.
Yeah, she got on their nerve for a minute.
Okay, I guess we can break off into I guess you say the status of that. Or whatnot.
Yeah, well, my Sunday school lesson, they talked about a lot, but of course, Paisley want to walk around and get into stuff this morning, so I was kind of in and out. But the first part that we was discussing Jesus, Martha, and Mary.
Right.
When Jesus came to Jerusalem and he visited Martha and Mary, and Martha was preparing dinner.
Right.
And she was getting kind of upset because Mary just sitting there listening and ain't doing that. She in the kitchen doing all the work. And what Jesus basically told her, don't worry about what nobody else doing. You just do your part. It's like just focus on what you're doing, which is her cooking and preparing the dinner. But even though it looks as though Mary is not doing anything, she's actually receiving the word from Jesus.
Wow.
And she's listening. So it's like, and that's mainly the part that we did talked about. And we also picked back up on from last week when we was talking about your callings.
Right.
So it's just really just asking God and just going to God specifically to get clarity. What is your calling? Is this what God wants you to do?
Right.
And just going to God and just really asking.
Right.
And it kind of hit home because we was discussing again about how not just continue to take in the word, but also just being workers and doers of the church.
Right.
And it's like I have to find my place.
Right.
It pushes me now, like, man, I don't want to be the one that always sitting here and just taking everything. So they talking about it 2 Sundays in a row, and they talking to me, So I'm like, man, I gotta find it. It's like I feel like I'm the one in here just taking everything. I'm just taking.
Hey man, I'm gonna be honest though. Like you just spoken for as the Martha and Mary thing. It kind of goes off so along with me. But I'm gonna tell you though, when you do find your place too, right?
Yeah.
You'll find yourself where it's like sometimes you may feel as if you're in need of help.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think, what it's doing for me, it's allowing me to bring or to push for more resources.
Yeah.
Everybody is basically, ministry is work, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can't really be around, you know what I'm saying, for longevity with it if you always going to somebody else to solve your problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like, I guess you say Jesus told Martha, look here, man, don't worry about Mary. Make sure you bake them baked beans real good. You know what I'm saying?
You do your part.
Just do your part.
Yeah.
Focus on it. And when you need help, God is going to bring it. And
Yeah.
I guess you said to even touch on your situation, it's good that you're being aware of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At one moment we just, oh yeah, just chilling with the church, yeah, we're cool.
Yeah.
But now you're starting to feel as if, you know, you want to serve, and that's a good thing. But the most importantly though, go at the tempo that God has given is putting it on you. Don't go into a level like I guess you say a level of relapse, like you ain't doing it, and then all of a sudden you jump into the wrong thing. But you know, just it's good that you had a heart to serve. Yeah. But just be sure that, you know, you and him talk you all playing out.
Yeah,
you know
and it goes back to asking God in prayer.
Right.
What is it that he need me to do?
Right.
And so if I get that clarity, it's like I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing versus just rushing into something. And you're totally right. Because sometimes a lot of people even think like, man, I got to hear up and find out. Even me, I'm still thinking the same thing, you know. I'm thinking exactly the same thing. Like, man, I got to hear up and find out what, you know, I got to be doing, what I'm supposed to be doing. But in the back of my mind, it's like, man, Erica, do you really have the time to do that right now?
Right.
You know, and it's like, even though I have the urge to do it, but it also in the back of my mind, like, I don't know if I got time right now to where I can be totally committed in doing something like that right now.
Right. So, and that's why you talk it over with God. You know what I'm saying? And you just go from there. You know what I mean? Don't beat yourself over about it, because right now you're in the first stage. You're aware of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, I think I got some claps on the thing, but I got to put it through on the phone. So we're gonna give you a hand, man. Good job, man.
Thank you. Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, I didn't do it too good. But other than that, for us with our service today, it was very unique and profound again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I really don't even know how to channel, I guess you'd say, the topic. But the topic mainly was about the generation gaps and the behavior in the different cultures and the styles, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of the older gentlemen that were saying for us in my generation, we expect something for free. We feel that we're entitled to something. And that word entitlement kind of took, within the class, it took two different, I guess you would say, definitions and lanes of. And I'll go in and be descriptive about it, you know. But it was just basically saying how if you have that one generation works so hard for things, and then when the next generation get it, they don't even know what to do with it because they got it for free.
Yeah. True.
You see what I'm saying? It's like there's no level of commitment and work no more.
Yeah.
It's just there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, along with that, one of the gentlemen spoke on this situation for us, even with I guess you would say, in schooling nowadays. Many parents may see that it's not equal or is unequivalent for one student to get a trophy and for the next student to get a trophy. Like, they all should win something. They all participated.
Yeah, boy.
But when actuality, what that does, it minimizes standards.
Yep.
Because it allows.
It don't push nobody else to work hard for something.
It don't push the kids to work hard for nothing. They have no golden goal to have after performing a certain way.
Yeah.
Even within level of skill. If you don't win, you don't get a ring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's really how it should be, because it pushes standards forward to a greater level. You know what I'm saying? So, and along with that, what we just basically just giving it for is a level of entitlement. And it's why I guess you say I kind of had a different outlook on the word entitlement. Because I asked one of the gentlemen, he was like, you know, when I was kind of a lazy dad because it was just hard for me to say no to my daughter. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he has his own reasons. I'm just giving you, you know what I'm saying, a story. He was like, because now, in some cases, they may feel like they're entitled to certain things.
Yeah.
And so I asked him, like, well, do you think that's a bad thing for her or him to feel as if they're entitled to something? And I got the full understanding of what they were saying. But I kind of looked at entitlement as if when you know who you are and when you know your identity, just understand it's yours, but you're going to have to work for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, don't get content with little than what you're supposed to be. I need to take some of my own advice today. So that's a word for me as well. You know, put in the work for it. Know that who you are, your identity, what you're good at, and know that you are entitled to something. Yeah. But you're going to have to work for it.
Yeah, it's not going to come easy.
It's not going to come easy, but be willing. And then we started to talk about, along with that, it gave another overlayer of, we started talking about the process of things.
Yeah.
It's like you get into a business, you lose for years, and this, that, and so on. So you get burnt out, but at the same time, when you become a millionaire or when you become successful, whatever type of figures that you want, you start to understand that it was the entire process of going through the things, the sacrifices, you know, and the amount of hours you don't put into something to learn your craft.
Yeah.
And when people just see, people are more magnified by the results, and they're turned off by the process.
Yeah.
Because the process don't look good. You know what I'm saying? Of things at all. Period. In many things, it runs people away. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that was mainly, you know, our entire story. If you want to comment on anything,
well, I was just saying, it's totally right what you were saying about the process, and it's like everything that you do in life, it's a process to get done.
Right.
You know, and it takes time, and it's like along the way, it's like a millionaire just didn't become a millionaire overnight, unless they win the Mega Million and the Powerball and all of that. Yeah. They win overnight. You know, they just paid some tickets and get some numbers or whatever. Right. But like when you actually put in all the work. And people sometimes wonder, like, man, I don't did all this, and business don't fail, and I still can't catch any luck. But it's like, it's something else that God wants you to do, or something else that you need to know before He put you, or even give you what you're really asking for.
Right.
So it's like when you go through that whole process, if you go through that whole process and don't cut in the corners and do what God is asking you to do, it's like the outcome on the end, even though it is you being a millionaire, but the outcome on the end is way more than because you gain all that knowledge.
Right, the knowledge.
And then you gain the knowledge first before you even get the money. So it's like sometimes you have to gain that knowledge first, because it's like before you even get that million, what are you gonna do with it?
Right.
What you gonna do with it?
You gotta know where to apply that.
So it's like it's just a total process with everything, because it's like, so the easier if you would have got it, the easier you'll be on spent it and you no longer have it.
Right.
But when you take a longer process to get there, the longer you may have it.
Another thing, so I want to kind of some I guess you said it's the artistic side of me. I kind of want to tie in what we're saying with your study today. I guess you're saying for is you now having the will to want to be able to give your talents to, you know, it's in the ministry and whatnot. It's the fact that is the beginning stage of the process. By you understanding that, okay, that, you know, that self, I guess you analyzing yourself, and you're like, okay, I think it's time for me to start doing something.
Yeah.
You know, now if you would have skipped that and just jumped into this and jumped into that, you will never really find your true niche.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just by, you know, not being just focused on what God wants you to do. Because another thing, one of the gentlemen came, he said, man, that book right there, the Bible, he said, look, that is basically a nice textbook how to live organized life.
Yeah.
You know, and he said, you can tell, like he said, religion is a very powerful tool, man. And, you know, you can also tell when it's been copied, when it has been done this and this way, but you always can tell where they got it from. But when it's a level difference from the foundation of things, it has done transcended to something else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, so in other words, you know, how to bring it all a level in conclusion is the fact that if you just stick with Him, you know what I'm saying, be aware of what step you at and for serving Him, and just don't switch up on Him, and just go throughout the entire process, knowing that it's gonna be some good times, it's gonna be some bad times. The end result will really be worth it. And then on top of that, what's even better, you can teach another person out of that situation if they're in one.
Yeah. You're right.
So I think that's it, babe.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this cast. I know it's hope you guys get a lot of good information off of it. But most definitely, like I always say, you guys please complete the survey. Follow us on social, Instagram, Twitter, and also Facebook as well. We also got a YouTube channel. Check that out. If you like to just schedule a QA call, we also got a QA section at the bottom where we can actually give you guys a call one-on-one. We can actually talk. If you like the cast, didn't like the cast, also matter of differences, that's cool. I have no problem with that at all. Also, we got a GoFundMe link at the bottom. Go to the cast and go donate. We'd like to tell you guys thank you very much. And this is Corey Collins signing off.
This is Erica Collins. Thank you guys for listening.
And y'all be blessed. Take care.